Hello all, welcome. This is my first interview and I am joined by the lovely Ritchi Edwards.
Hey guys.
He's a fellow actor. We've worked together a couple of times now, one on Blame and one on Witch as well. And we're also both on Holonis.
Woo! Hello, fan.
We're going to have like a general chit chat, see what life is all about in the world of Ritchi Edwards. Tell the audience a little bit about yourself, introduce yourself.
Well, as you already know, I'm Ritchi Edwards, as Leila's just said. I was born with one hand, but I'll talk about how I stay positive about that a little bit during the chat as well. And that's me really. I'm Ritchi, and that's Stumpy.
It's great. So we first met a few years back, didn't we, when we were working on Witch. That's a feature film that we both did. So that was pretty awesome. We stayed in contact since then. And then we got recently to work together on Blame, the short film that I wrote and co-produced, where you starred as Will. Really excited about that. But we'll come back to Blame in a little bit.
Oh, damn, I was hoping we were going to have a good old chat about it.
Yeah, we will. We will.
I was ready to go.
But one of the questions that I suppose like lots of people ask anybody in this business is, why did you get into acting?
That's a very, very good question. I've actually got a very good answer for that. It started when I was younger, really, I suppose. Because when I was younger, I was very self-conscious about my hand. And obviously my mum saw an ad in the paper for the local theatre train, and she thought, oh, okay, this might help with his confidence a little bit. And I suppose you could say it set me free as a person. And I suppose you could say that acting did become my saviour. It set me free. It made me feel more confident within myself. So I suppose the art of acting, like, you can be free. You can delve into different worlds, different minds, and it makes you feel good inside. And I suppose that's why I got into it, because it gives me such a beautiful feeling inside that I can bring to something that someone wrote. Say, for instance, Blame. Much now, don't tell me off. But I suppose, that's it. That's the reason. It's just been my passion since I was younger, and I've got to thank my mum as well for obviously that.
Awesome. Yeah, I think like for acting, for like anybody, well, for me, it's like that. I know some people say like, oh, is it this like an escapism? Because you get to play someone that's entirely not you.
Yeah.
But I think like with any role that you take on, there's always something there that you have to empathise with. That is a small part of you. So even like the most horrible roles that people play, it's like you have to empathise with that. So
I couldn't put that any better.
Yeah, and you have to. But sometimes you play like some really terrible characters. It's like, no, it's not a case of like escaping. It's like having that ability to do something like that and portray it to an audience, and for the audience to not associate it with you, like they just purely associate with that role.
I totally agree with that. Absolutely agree. Yeah.
So what films do you have coming out this year? Because we've been seeing lots of posts about your latest film that you're in. So please tell us a bit about it.
Okay, thank you very much for the introduction there. I will call it now and say that it is called Are We Dead Yet? And I played the movie. It's coming out this Halloween in cinema, so I'm really excited about it. It's my third film with Freddie Nwaka. We first did, I don't know if some of you may have seen it, AWOL, Atom About Love, The Diary, and obviously now Are We Dead Yet? And I'm really excited about this character because there's actually a bit of, you can know why he's probably called Stumpy. Yeah. That's I had a bit of influence on obviously the character as well, which is really nice, so it's kind of special. I'm really looking forward to obviously people seeing this character.
And am I right in saying that a certain Idris Elba did a shout out for this film as well.
You are very right. You're very right indeed. Yes, and there's also another actor which I think has had his eye on it or has seen stuff to do with the film, and it's none other than Denzel Washington.
Oh,
Yeah,
that is
that's
amazing.
pretty cool.
That's amazing.
Pretty cool. It makes me feel, I know, it's a bit of a wow moment. It's like, oh my god.
That is brilliant.
I'm excited about that.
I saw the video with Idris Elba and I was just like, damn, that's so cool.
Damn, guys, Idris, what's he doing?
Yeah.
Oh, yo.
Well, I'm sure in no time at all you're going to be working personally with him.
I hope so. I'd absolutely love to. I mean, as an actor and as a performer, he's absolutely fantastic, and he seems like a really nice person.
Yeah.
See, that's what we want, don't we? Somebody we can work with as well, isn't it?
Exactly. So we'll come back to speaking a little bit about Blame. Yes. So for anyone who doesn't know, so I wrote and co-produced Blame. Started it a year and a half ago. We filmed it last year. We intentionally set out as having it as a short. But after finishing it, I suddenly went, oh, this could really open up. This could be like a series, maybe like an 8-part series. So I've been writing that. We're still toying up between whether we're going to write it as, say, like a TV series or do it as a web series. Obviously, the benefits with a web series is it can get out there to the public a lot quicker than, say, potentially a TV series would. And Ritchie plays Will. So do you want to speak a little bit about your character and Will within Blame?
Would like to. Thank you very much, Leila. Well, this character, I remember when I first for this character, because you come to me about it, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you said you'd like me to audition for the role. And
Not
I
audition,
can remember,
you just had the role. I was like, you read the script. If you like the script, you've got that role.
I've got it, it's mine. You know what I'm saying? I feel good. Don't give me too big a head, Leila. Come on. I mean, this character, I mean, I love him so much. The way he was written, and I felt I had a connection with him because we all go through our struggles in life. And this character, he was at the top of his game, but then he was at the bottom of it during Blame. And obviously, when you watch it, you'll see why. And I just loved the sort of, not struggle, the sense of him trying to get back up on top and trying not to give in to the demons. It was just a character I could really, really get into.
Yeah, I think so the general concept of Blame is there's these people, they're all going through different walks of life from different levels within society. So you have a top-notch lawyer, your ex-army, my character's model, there's a housewife, and they all basically come together. And it's a very dysfunctional kind of like therapy session for them.
It's not the faint-hearted, is it, this one?
No, it's not. They're all at their lowest in life. And, you know, the whole premise is, you know, people going through that and abusing drugs and alcohol aren't necessarily the people that you see on the street, that people assume that that's the only people going through that. It's within every walk of life. Just people hide it differently. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm on like the 3rd draft now, and
I know as much as you do, guys. I don't know nothing yet, so
yeah.
We know as much as each other.
I'm not revealing any more until I finish my drafts.
I'll be coming for you.
But yeah, we are hoping to, you know, at least have some more filming underway by the end of this year, and then looking into next year to releasing. But as with anything in this industry, it all takes a little bit of time. So yeah, be patient. It will be coming. It will be. I promise.
Coming, guys. Sit tight.
So another thing that like comes up in this industry is like, you know, because you go for auditions, you're constantly being rejected, and it is like quite a constant thing. There's very few people that, you know, end up getting role after role after role. It's just a natural thing. You're not going to suit every role that you go for. So one of the things is like, well, how do you keep so positive? You know, in any other like normal day-to-day job, you don't get that sheer amount of rejection all the time, or critiqued over how you look, how you sound. So how do you keep a positive mindset? Because if anyone sees Ritchie's post, he's always like smiling. It's you know, all happy and stuff. So how do you keep that positivity, especially like going in for like an audition, just being able to be like, forget about it now?
Yeah, I suppose there's a certain aspect of it, like you said, like jumping a bit like back to obviously what you said about that. There's a role out there for everyone, and you can't win everything. I mean, there's a role that will suit you out there. It's just that you haven't found it yet.
Yeah,
that's what I believe, and I believe that you just have to stay positive. I mean, it's your journey. You're going to have rejections. You're going to have fallbacks. You're going to have all of that. But you just got to keep in your head that you are going to get to where you want to be, and you are going to get that role. But it just might take a bit of time.
Yeah.
So.
And so I've been introducing this year. I made like a massive valid point of introducing habits. Like successful habits, so looking at like all the top people, so let's say like Will Smith, even Tony Robbins, like all these like really like people at the top of their game, and I've been like, right, what are they doing that I'm not doing that I need to start doing to help me get even remotely close to where they are. And so, you know, like some of the habits like that I've introduced, being like getting up earlier in the morning, doing videos, writing scripts, that kind of thing. Have you got any like habits that you do like day to day that you find like helps keep you not only creative, but helps you keep focused, and that you know is like driving you towards the goal that you want to get to?
That's a very good question, Leila. It's very good. I mean, every day without fail, it's the first thing I think of when I wake up, and it's the last thing I think of at night. I picture myself where I'm going to be in my career, and I know I'm going to get there. I say a film, say for instance, as you know, I'm a massive fan of James Bond. I picture that one day I'm going to be in that role. That's going to be mine one day, and I'm going to work for it. It's going to be a tough road. You're going to have the negatives, but you're also going to have the positives as well. You know, and that really drives me, knowing that I can get there. It is possible.
Yeah.
You know, because it's quite easy to be negative, said, when you get all those knockbacks, but you've just got to stay positive and know you will get to where you want to be if you work for it.
Yeah. So visualization, it's a big one. Visualization. They always say, like, so many people say that. I mean, I've got like it's just up in front of me actually. I've got a vision board. So I just stick like loads of things up on it. So I've got that like to literally look at like every day. But yeah, it's I think visualization is really important, because if you can't see where you want to get to, then you're just constantly going to be lost and chopping and changing, and then the universe is never going to work for you.
Amen to that. The universe knows, people. It knows.
Yeah. So, the final thing we're going to chat about right now is Holonis.
Holonis. The next big thing.
Well, apparently, we might be saying it wrong, because I've heard that quite a few people call it Holonis.
I've called it Holonis. I was actually earlier thinking, right, we're going to be doing this interview. Do I say Holonis, or what do I say? I was going to wait for you to say it. So.
I'm saying Holonis. If I'm wrong, I apologise. I'm from Devon. It could happen, you know.
We're English, aren't we? So
yeah,
this could be different, isn't
it? So for nobody that knows what Holonis is, basically it's the next social media commerce site. It's not the same as like Facebook and Instagram. It's not a replacement of Facebook and Instagram or Twitter or Snapchat. In fact, you can link all of your social platforms to Holonis. And not only that, you can link your websites. You can put pages on there You can have channels on there. So your channels are basically all your posts and pages culminated into separate channels, so it's easier for people to watch. You can have a shop on. You've got a shop on there as well, so you can sell any products that you're selling or services. And the great thing is that if you say didn't have a website, you can actually use Holonis as a website. And it launched 2 days ago in Coachella. We were missing out at Coachella. Oh.
Yeah. We were there in spirit, though, and by spirit I mean vodka.
We were, yeah. But yeah, how have you been finding Holonis? Because I've been finding it amazing. Personally, I think it's the best site, and it's been needed to link up everything. Again, just reiterating, it is not a replacement. We are not telling everybody to give up your Facebook.
No, we're not saying that at all. We're just saying that this Holonis is absolutely massive. And I mean, if it wasn't for Leila, I wouldn't have found this. I came across it actually on your brand, didn't I?
Yeah.
And I thought I'll check it out, and I got on it. I was like, wow, this is the app that us creatives and just people in general have been looking for.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's not a replacement for anything, but I personally think it's also a lot better than Facebook. I am going to say it. I'm going to go to that. I'm going to go to that domain. I'm going to say it. It's better than Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And a reason I think that as well is because you can personally talk to the founding team.
Yeah.
And I think that's also a massive help. Obviously, if there's any problems, they actually get to you directly, and they're also very, very nice people as well. So a massive shout out to you guys.
Yeah, exactly. And I find like that any post that anybody's been putting up, people are just so nice with their comments. Like, everybody likes, comments and shares. Nobody's afraid of following too many people, because guess what, people? There is no shitty algorithm like there is on Facebook and on Instagram. That does not exist on Holonis. So you can follow who you want to follow. And, you know, it's just generally accepted. Like, people share and share for shares. There's loads of share for shares going on.
As well, there's no negativity on there, is there? It's just
no
positive.
Negativity. It's just everybody wanting to build up the platform all together. So yeah, if you're not on it, I suggest you do get on it, because it's literally going to go global. And as it launched in Coachella, like, soon as like all the celebs start getting on there, then everyone else is going to follow.
I think Ludacris is already. Is it Ludacris is on there? Akon, Scott Eastwood, they're on there as well. So shout out to you if you see this. We're giving you a massive shout out.
Yeah. So thank you very much for talking to me. We're going to be posting this up over YouTube, on Holonis, Facebook. We'll put a little, because obviously with Instagram you can't put the whole thing up, so we'll put a little slither on Instagram.
Like little, like minute, isn't it?
So thank you so much, Ritchie, and we look forward to seeing Are We Dead Yet at Halloween this year.
Yeah, thank you very much for interviewing me as well. It's fantastic, and obviously spoke to each other for a while, so it's been really nice as well. It's been nice to catch up too.
Cool, awesome. Well, I will check everybody out later, and I'll be back with another video and hopefully another interview very soon. Cheers!